What is up, guys? This is the THQ squad here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a post analysis on the new ZENKAI Red GT Kid Goku. And with me I have W Gaming, I have Broly, I have Razor, and myself, Green Ruff. We're just going to be talking, giving our inputs on the unit. And I first want to start off with the people that has him ZENKAI 7, which is going to be me and Razor, and then we're also going to have people that watch videos to give their insights with Broly and W Gaming. So I'm gonna start off with Razor. Razor, since you have him on, you had him, you ZENKAI'd him at 7. You were able to play around with him. What you think about him?
He's using his card, especially if you use a green card, you get the card draw speed, and you can definitely heal up a good amount of health with one combo. But he's really reliant on racking up that ultimate damage and nuking somebody, and his damage is a little mediocre. I would say he does mediocre damage against anyone who isn't a android. Now, if we're talking about androids, he definitely shreds any android. Even blue androids are going to take a lot of damage from him. But taking that into consideration, because ZENKAI Gohan exists, we have a lot of powerful ZENKAI blue units. And that's a really big hindrance for him because only 21 is an android. After that, we have Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, VEGETA, Namek Goku. There's more, the God Goku. There's a lot of powerful blue units, and for him to only be doing good damage with his ultimate and mediocre damage with his regular arts card is a pretty big hindrance. Tankiness is pretty good though. He does take a good amount of damage without going down, but honestly, this is actually a step down from the previous ZENKAIs that I have come out, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you would agree with some of those points, but what would you think, Ruff?
All right, so I guess I'm gonna go, and then we're gonna go to like Broly and W. So yeah, I definitely had the same feeling about him when I like ZENKAI'd him. I just thought his damage was nothing crazy. It wasn't nothing crazy, and like when you look at his abilities, you don't really see that many crazy damage inflicted buffs. I really don't like when it's like his damage varies on how much Dragon Ball he has, like depending on like if you have 1 to 3 you get a certain strike damage, then 3 to 6 you get strike damage, and at 7 you get damage inflicted. I kind of didn't like that, and I also don't like the whole oh, he only does extra damage to androids. Now android is a really good team, but you know there's a lot of other good teams out there. There's like Regen, there's so many other teams, so like that passive ability can, you know, not be there for a long time if you don't face any androids. So that kind of hurts them. But I do like every time he attacks, he does get some key back. He does actually restore some health as well, which is really nice. And then the ult card is really interesting because you kind of have to like build up, you know, with a lot of green cards. I mean, not a lot of green cards, but a lot of strike and blast cards to make that ultimate card really hit really hard. And I wish that he would have came in with card draw speed. That would have been really good with that ability. But you got to pop the green card for him to get that that ultimate ability as well. His blue card is hard. It's like, I mean, not like hard as in like it's not a range type. It's kind of like, it's like you gotta like, you know, go up to the person and use it. So there was times where I was stuck pulling that. Yep. So yep. Yeah, no blast armor. As for both of the old card, like the old card and the blue card, that hurt him a lot as well. So he's okay. He's mediocre. I don't have ZENKAI Red VEGETA, the Super Saiyan 4 one, but I think the Red VEGETA is way better than him. Just by watching showcases, I just feel like he's a lot better than this Goku. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on him, and I guess we can move on to Broly. Broly, what you think about him from you watching videos?
So I did not watch like the injury one, but I watched Gresh showcase. So his strikes are really good. You are not a blue unit. But I cannot in the match ask Gohan ult to hit use on him. He take it really well. It's crazy. But it's sad. Like it's just the ZENKAI units. Their stat is higher, but his like stats like lower than the other ZENKAIs out there. That kind of sucks for him. and the good about him is green card, and he heals his any cards, so he is okay, but he's not busted like something for Goku or VEGETA or Blast or something like that. But he is okay. But if you're not a GT user, it is a skip. If you do not have those other Zenkais or something for Gogeta, you don't have them, don't use all your crystals on him or that team. But yeah.
Yep. So appreciate you, Broly. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think like for the main teams he's on, like Saiyans, Sun Family, and even GT, I just feel like he's not the best red unit on either of those teams. You have Zenkai Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Then you have like, you can use Gogeta for your Saiyans team. You can use Ultra Goku. You can like for the Saiyans team, and then even for GT, I think Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is better than him. But yeah, that's just my take on it. So let's go to W. What you think on him?
Yeah, I mean, that it's exactly as you said. Like, I feel that every team still has a better red Zenkai unit for each team. Like the Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he's no joke. For Sun Family, there's no discussion there, right?
Facts.
Like the LF Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, like there's no discussion. Saiyans, like you still could use the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and you still have like Super Saiyan Gogeta. So like in every team, like he just like there now you could make the discussion just to Zenkai him for the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so you could just use him as a bench. He still has at least 2 buffs for GT or Sun Family tags, so you could still buff strike attack and defense. So it's not a complete hindrance, he still has some value, although his Z ability is not super aggressive, like on the 30s something percent. It's still pretty good because GT had that problem where they only gave like 1 buff, like either strike attack or blast attack, or they were missing those Z abilities. At least he has that. And if you have the Vegeta, you would get more blast attack, and then he would get the Zenkai ability, so he would get stronger. And if you really want to deal with 18, that could be a really good idea. Also bringing like red, green with Super 17. If you want to counter the meta or androids, he could just be there on the back end. Just like right when you see 18, you pop him out. You have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, then you add him with Super 17. That's going to be a pretty tanky team, a pretty annoying one. So you could just have him like, held back. You just have him just because you have him and you want to use him just in case. If you really hate 18 and you really hate like the Androids team, that is a really good idea to have him. Now the rest of his kit, if you really just by reading it, you understand that it's not super great because it's so conditional. Like
facts.
It asks for androids to get just strike damage. It's 40%, but it's just strike damage. It cannot be canceled, but it's just strike damage. So like you're not always gonna face androids, although they're a really good team. And the other thing that's conditional is the Dragon Balls. If you want to throw the rush, he's not that good anymore. So that's our problem. And at least he heals a little bit and restores ki with attacks and cards, and that's pretty good. But he's just so conditional. It's just really hindrance. In my opinion, he's just a bench to have, a backup just in case and make the rest of your party stronger. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Yeah. Go ahead, Razor. Go ahead.
So we're all in agreement. He's pretty mediocre. He's not nearly as good as the other Zenkais that came out. But I do want to emphasize what Sin was saying. If you hate androids, you should Zenkai him because he does what he does so well against androids. Last night, when I was trying to record my showcase for him, I'm floating around top 6,000 right now, and 5 matches I got matched up against androids, they just quit because they didn't want to face him because he's that good against Android 18.
Jeez.
The one time I faced her, I finished her in 3 cards, I think.
Yo.
So,
Wow.
yeah, no, he really does punish 18. So I like what Sin was saying. You know, if you have the GT team, you can Zenkai him to buff up your Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And if you do actually come across that Android 18, you're not going to have a problem whatsoever. And if she does manage to hurt you a little, you're going to heal in the 3 cards that you kill her with. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, so, yeah. Definitely. I definitely want to talk about, like, or just, like, re-emphasize what you and Razor was, W and Razor was saying. And it's about him, Zenkai that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Because we all agree Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is a lot stronger. Because, a lot of people going to run him on the GT team, right? So, because his Zenkai ability does red GT. It's going to make that Vegeta hit even harder, right? So, you have that double red. And if you see that Android team, you can rock that red, green. You have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as your green unit. Or you can have Super 17. Supply him with the green cards so he can always have card draw speed when he pops. And yeah, you could definitely have him on the back burner. It's similar to like what I have on my Regen team. When I usually main Piccolo, but if I do want to rock that double yellow, I could bring DKP. So I do like that. I do like that he actually makes Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta a lot stronger. But if you do want to bring that double red, bro, you can definitely do it because he can, punish those Android units if you need. And you have a really strong green unit to counter because Super 17 can basically stomp Android 21, the free-to-play one. So yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. It's kind of similar to like what Super Saiyan Trunks is to Gohan, like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's really there to Zenkai buff the Gohan, make him stronger. But if you do need that extra red, you can bring that Zenkai Super Saiyan Trunks. So yeah, I definitely agree with you guys there. Any last thoughts before we wrap this video up?
Yeah. Options, I think he's just there for options. And remember that not everyone should main every team. So this tip should be more for someone who really wants to main GT. So if you really want to main GT, you want him because he will deal with androids and just be a great bench. So just keep that in mind.
Same.
Yep. So yeah, definitely. I definitely think if you do want to Zenkai him, it's for GT mains and it's really to make Vegeta really strong. So if you really want your Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta really strong, I think you should Zenkai him. He's not going to really be the best option for your team. But like I said, like here, he's going to be like that second red if you want to bring that red, green. I don't think he's better than Vegeta. So I don't think if you have Vegeta and you're kind of iffy on CC, you might want to Zenkai him just to buff that Vegeta, but you really don't have to. You really don't. So I don't think he's a must Zenkai. He's not a must Zenkai. But yeah, man, I think this is it for this video. I appreciate you guys discussing what your thoughts on this unit. And yeah, this is the THQ squad and we out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.